Andy Cossar, and it's Wayne Rickards who's actually passenger. There's been a change. Wayne Rickards is passenger Andy Cossar this evening in white. Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliot in yellow. So another tough heat there for Paul Whitelam. He's up against unbeaten Mark Cossar. Last time he's up against unbeaten Mick Cave this time in what should be a very interesting race number 11. So unbeaten Mick Cave settles there in gate number 1. Paul Whitelam just dropped the 1 point so far. That was to Mark Cossar. He fills gate number 4. Then we got Andy Cossar in white. Clint Blundell, somewhat an up and down evening so far. He's in blue. So an intriguing race number 11. Starter moves away, away they go. Mick Cave gets an absolute fire, and Paul Whitelam dropping the line. Disaster there to Paul Whitelam as Mick Cave leads him up the back straight the first time. Almost left the track there to Mick Cave, and a mistake by Clint Blundell. He's dropped from second to third as Andy Cossar gets on the inside and moves in the second place. Paul Whitelam trying to get inside Clint Blundell. Disaster for Whitelam being left on the line there as Cave leads it then. But Cossar holding second. Whitelam gets inside Blundell and moves through in the third. He's got a lot to get to the other two then. As unbeaten Mick Cave well cleared the front. Andy Cossar having another good ride there. Whitelam's gone wide. Blundell trying to get back to retake the third, but Whitelam can't make any impression on the leading two at the moment. As Cave leads it up back straight once again. It's Cossar who's got the second. Whitelam is in third. Blundell is in fourth place. Onto that four they go, equal just between the four of them as Mick Cave continues with his unbeaten ways then. Andy Cossar, another super ride there in second place. Paul Whitelam's hunted him down now. Could be interesting on the last corner. Andy Cossar on the inside. Paul Whitelam's coming right round the outside. Can he get to Andy Cossar? No, he can't. Mick Cave wins it. Andy Cossar has another good ride there in second place. Paul Whitelam in third. Clint Blundell in fourth place. So Simon Hill comes into gate number 1. Kevin Lapham on gate 2. On beat Mark Cossar gate 3. Jack Penfold gate number 4 for this race number 12. Sponsored by Trap Racing. Away we go, and Penfold from the outside makes a good start. Mark Cossar goes with it. 4 of them touch going into that top corner. Mark Cossar trying to come around the outside of the Simon Hill red. And they're back straight the first time, and Mark Cossar's quickly around the outside, and Cossar leads it. Then Simon Hill having his best ride so far. He holds a second place position. Lapham is in third with Penfold in fourth, and Mark Cossar and Gareth Williams starting to pull away the front. And Simon Hill having his best outing so far. He's got that second place being chased by Kevin Lapham in third, with Jack Penfold in fourth place. Cossar's getting away the front. They're still bunching up for the minor places. Again, Lapham trying to find a way through on the inside. Simon Hill in that good action. The second and third, Simon Hill almost locked it up completely, and Lapham came alongside, and there's a fight between these two. The second and third places as Mark Cossar continues with his winning ways, and Simon Hill has completely messed up that top corner. Lapham's up on the inside. Hill trying to get back to on the inside. Lapham, they're locked together. The second and third places going up the back straight for the final time. Lapham hangs on the second. Hill has got the third. Penfold is in fourth with number 3 for Mark Cossar. We watch the action for the minor places. Lapham gets a second. Hill is in third. Penfold in fourth place. Impressive stuff again then for Mark Cossar, winning race number 12. The points are as follows: Simon Hill in red, 1 point. Kevin Lapham in blue, 2 points. Mark Cossar in white, 3 points. Jack Penfold in yellow, no points. Not such a quick time this time, 62.31, but he still clocked the 3 quickest times of the evening so far. Race 13, sponsored by Steer Frames. A win is in red, Will Penfold, Ricky Pay. In blue, Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders. In white, Neville Penfold, Kev Jones. In yellow, Joe Mogg, Joe Smith.
The Chinese chicken, you have a drumstick and your brain starts ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, with all our mates on. All of this fucking making this for my Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic. Like think I'm centric, like think it's guaranteed to satisfy. Trying hard not to smile, but I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at the funeral. Can't understand what I mean, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of losing my shirt. It's been 1 week since you...
So they come into line in for 13. Rob Wilson the first to come into line in gate number 2. Will Penfold on gate number 1. Neville Penfold on gate 3. And Joe Mogg fills gate number 4 for this race number 13. Away we go then, and it's Rob Wilson making a good start. Will Penfold trying to get through on the inside. He does get through, and Neville following through. Rob Wilson's gone from first to third, but Wilson back around the outside of Neville Penfold and sets about chasing Will Penfold. Will Penfold goes wide, Rob Wilson goes wide, Neville Penfold gets through on the inside to retake second, but Rob Wilson again back around the outside, sets about chasing Will Penfold again as they go off the back straight once here. Oh, Will Penfold into score the fence here, slide up dramatically there to Will Penfold is now on the inside line. Rob Wilson right round the outside as Will Penfold leads in from Rob Wilson second. Neville Penfold is in third. Joe Mogg is in fourth. Drama going down that back straight on the previous lap, but Will Penfold still in control of the situation, still at the front. Rob Wilson desperately trying to close the gap there in second place, but Penfold knows exactly where he is, and they move it on to lap 4 then. Will Penfold clear from Rob Wilson second. Neville Penfold is in third. Joe Mogg is in fourth place. Equal distance between the four. They go in that top corner. 30 final time in race number 13. First one in the evening there for Will Penfold. Second, Rob Wilson. Third, Neville Penfold. Fourth, Joe Mogg. And race number 13, the points as follows. Will Penfold in red, 3 points. Rob Wilson in blue, 2 points. Neville Penfold in white, 1 point. Joe Mogg in yellow, no points. 64.13. 64.13 the winning time. Next race is race 14 then, sponsored by Darren Wills. Another unbeaten ride in action, that one. Mick Stace, the referee has asked for the fence to be inspected over on that far side because you probably saw Will Penfold hit it pretty hard. I think it was on lap 2, so they're just going to check that the fence is okay over on that far side of the track. So Mick Cave certainly the surprise package so far this evening. Won his opening 2 in convincing style, spectacular win, and his opening race coming through from 3rd place. He's got Will Penfold. Steve Maitland has also ridden extremely well this evening, and Philip win the opposition in this race number 14. So Will Penfold comes into gate number 1 then. Mick Stace will fill gate number 2, Steve Maitland on gate 3, and Philip Wynn on gate number 4. Just waiting for Mick Stace to make his way round that top bend. So they're coming into racing order then for race 14. Off on 1, Stace on 2, Maitland 3, Win on gate 4. Off to Station, Stace has got a far, Will Penfold to crew this gone winning, and Mick Stace going to get that corner first. Maitland at the back of the moment now goes through into 3rd place, is Will Penfold almost in the back. And Mick Stace on that pit corner, into the top corner they go for the first time then. Mick Stace has locked it up completely on the bad mistake there of Mick Stace on the no pressure at all. He's locked it up completely and left the track. That's disaster for Mick Stace as Will Penfold leads him going up that back straight once again. Maitland has got the second. Winners in 3rd, so disaster there for Mick Stace. He was unbeaten going into that race, but it's still Will Penfold leads him. Maitland again trying to find a way through on the inside. The action between these two for 1st and 2nd place, and Win not too far behind in 3rd as they go up the back straight once again. Penfold still leads them, but Maitland in 2nd. Win is in 3rd. Mick Stace in 4th. Maitland again almost through into Will Penfold. He's dropped it. Will Penfold again back round the outside using every inch of track on that top, and they touch again, and Maitland's got back inside up, and super action between these two as they go to the back straight once again. Maitland leads him. Penfold's got to come round the outside. Maitland goes wide, they block it up and cuts back for the inside run. The race for line. Maitland gets the winning ride. Penfold gets the 2nd. Winners in 3rd. Stace in 4th. Super action, super duper action that time. The drama of Mick Stace locking up and going off the track, and then Will Penfold and Steve Maitland having a cracking ride there in race number 14. Show the appreciation there, some superb action there in race number 14. Your race and result of race 14. In red, Will Penfold, 2 points. In blue, Mick Stace is excluded for leaving the track. In white, Steve Maitland, 3 points. And in yellow, Philip Wynn, 1 point. 65.50, 65.50. Brilliant action there in race number 14. Now, unfortunately, Darren Wills has blown his engine up, so there will be no more reserve racing from Darren.
Thanks, Colin. I've got Mick Cave with me now, and Mick, obviously 3 races and 3 wins, all going to plan.
Yeah, it's going good at the moment. We had a different tyring for the first 2 races, and it didn't feel quite right, but so we've gone back to what we know, and the 3rd one it went a lot better.
Yeah, and obviously the disappointment of the Isle of Wight, those of you that weren't there, Mick was leading the final when he just lost control coming out the 4th bend, and the lead was taken away from him right at that last minute, so make amends tonight.
Well, I hope to. Yeah, it's good at the Isle of Wight. I really enjoyed it, but it was just wet in one place to the corner, and I changed line, caught the bloody thing, didn't I? But never mind, it's tonight, and it's going good at the moment.
Well, long may it continue, everyone. Mick Cave. We've now got with the other maximum man, Mark Cossar. Mark, all going to plan so far?
Yeah, so far so good. So, yeah, a couple of little tweaks. Get a bit more speed, hopefully.
And obviously this is pretty much a brand new bike. Third time out, obviously the second time we don't want to talk about, but feeling really good on the bike.
Yeah, the bike feels good, handling good, driving good. Yeah, I'm happy.
And I'm not sure if you can hear in the pits, but you're about 2 to 3 seconds quicker than the other racers at the moment.
Well, it's all about a start, isn't it? You can be 3 seconds quicker, but if you can't get past them, so we'll focus on the start to make the final.
Okay, well done. Mark Cossar! Now I've also dragged out these two because Steve Maitland and Terry Madley, they're really going well this evening. I've a huge improvement on past performances.
It's a good job there is, really. We haven't done very well up to now. We've had carburetor problems, getting to know the bike because it's a brand new bike that I built over the winter. And obviously me and Terry got to get used to each other as well. So he's not bad, though, the old boy.
No, he's certainly done a few laps around here and a few laps around a few speedway tracks, Terry, so still as keen as ever.
Oh yeah, we've got to keep it going.
And lots of people obviously see you on the grass track with John Hiscock, so season going well?
Yeah, we had a bit of a hiccup at the qualifier, but we've got it all sorted out. We had a good one last week.
But obviously really enjoying this Somerset Speedway today.
Yeah, it's good. Track's really good. Yeah, going well.
And Steve, obviously having someone so experienced like Terry on the back must be worth its weight in gold at a meeting like this.
Yeah, you saved their bacon a few times. So now the bike's running better. It's a lot easier to ride, so hopefully we'll start getting some decent results.
Well, I think lots of people are really having their heads turned today. Steve Maitland and Terry Madley.
Two-minute time allowance. Thank you, Gareth, for the interviews. We go into the closing 4 heats and of this intriguing meeting. We've had some cracking sidecar action so far this evening. Joe Mogul comes into gate number 3 in the white helmet. Joe yet to open his account so far this evening, points wise. Simon Hill comes into grid number 2 in blue. Philip Hipwin will have grid number 1 in red. And Andy Cossar, who's ridden extremely well this evening, will fill the outside grid in yellow. That's the 4 crews for race number 16. Starter moves away. Another chase, Andy Cossar, Philip Wynn get away to go. Wynn gets a corner for Cossar, sweeping round the outside. Wynn locks it up. Cossar again totally committed to the outside line, holds out second place. As Wynn leads them and Cossar in second, he'll try to find a way through. On the inside, Cossar gets inside. Cossar moves Cossar over to go through in the second place as Wynn leads them. Wynn Healy in second, Cossar in third. Joe Mogg dropping back. Simon Hill locks it up again on the inside, and that's allowed They wanted to get back through into second place, but Simon Hill again back round the outside as Win leads it then. Andy Cossar again gets back on the inside and moves from the second place. The Win leads them, but Cossar in second. He again almost turns it sideways on that pitch corner. Joe Mock dropping back in fourth. This Philip Win leads into that top corner on lap number 3. Andy Cossar again trying to get away through on the inside, gets away through on the inside this time. Philip Win went too wide. Andy Cossar got through on the inside. Win there gets back inside and Cossar hit Cossar. Cossar gets back through on the inside. Tremendous race between these two as Andy Cossar leads them to Win in second. Heel dropping back in third. Win again trying to come right round the edge of Cossar. Another win there for Andy Cossar. Second place goes to Philip Win. Simon Hill is in third. Joe Mogg in fourth. Another super heat of Sidecar Speedway there. Andy Cossar, Philip Win would not give an inch there for first and second, and Simon Hill was also in the thick of the action. Another very, very good heat of Sidecar Speedway. Another cracking heat of Sidecar Speedway action. The points as follows. Philip Win in red, 2 points. Simon Hill in blue, 1 point. Joe Mogg in white, no points. Andy Cossar in yellow, 3 points. 66.06. 66.06 the winning time. So race 17 then. Track Racing are the sponsors. 2-minute time allowance for all 4. Jack Penfold in red, Will Offen in blue. Will Penfold in white, Paul Whitelam yellow in yellow. So we only have a 3 now. Jack Penfold this time, so just the 3 runners then. Racing continues. Away they go. It's all in blue. Will Offen making a good start. Leading her back straight the first time. Will Penfold is in second. Paul Whitelam is in third. Equidist between these 3. Coming in that top corner once again. Will Offen has the advantage. Penfold can't look at the line on the inside. Paul Whitelam trying to get round the outside. Again the 3 abreast. Going down that back straight. It's Offen with the advantage then to Will Penfold in second. Paul Whitelam gives it absolutely everything round the outside line. He's totally committed to the outside. Can he catch 1 or 2 of these riders? As Offen leads them. Will Penfold now switches to the outside, trying to come round the outside. Will Offen leads them, but Will Penfold is in second. Paul Whitelam's up his exhaust pipe going down that back straight. Once again Offen on the inside. Will Penfold's made his move round the outside. Can he get round Offen? No, Offen covers too much speed on the inside. Penfold is up a second. Whitelam looking away through in third. Another good heat of Sidecar actions. They go to the back straight once again. It's Offen with the bike up on Penfold. There's the bike up on Whitelam. Going into the top corner for the final time. Will Offen on the inside. Penfold and Whitelam trying to come round the outside. Will Offen wins it. Will Penfold gets second. Paul Whitelam in third. Another good heat of Sidecar Speedway action. In race number 17, the points are as follows. Number 6, Jack Penfold, no points. In red. In blue, Will Offen, 3 points. In white, Will Penfold, 2 points. And in yellow, Paul Whitelam, 1 point. 64.37. 64.37. Race 18, Pro Treatments, Damp and Timber Treatments, Festus are the sponsor of race 18, and MRL Grab and Tip Limited are the sponsor of race 19. So race 18, Clint Blondell in red, Neville Penfold in blue, Steve Maitland in white, Kevin Lapham in yellow. So they come up the tapes then for race number 18. We've got Clint Blondell in red, Neville Penfold in blue, Steve Maitland. The surprise package this evening is in white, and Kevin Lapham in yellow. Just waiting for Neville Penfold to come into line for that number 2 gate in position. So Blondell, Penfold, Maitland and Lapham. Away they go, Penfold making a good start in the 2 red. Clint Blondell's going away. Steve Maitland has made the best of starts. In fact, he's 4th for the moment. Now goes through into 3rd and tries to get inside Penfold. It goes in 2nd. So Maitland, who's gone so well for this evening, finds himself at the back at the moment. Then as he rides in blue, Neville Penfold has the advantage then from Blondell in 2nd. Lapham is in 3rd. Maitland surprisingly in 4th and still in 4th place, trying to get inside Lapham on the inside of the 5th corner. Lapham's gone wide, can Maitland get back through on the inside as Penfold still leads, and he's clear the front from Blondell having his best ride of the evening. He's got the 2nd. Lapham's gone wide, Maitland's trying to get through on the inside. There's no way through on the inside, and Lapham locks it right up in front of him then. As Penfold down the back straight, the clear leading then from Blondell holding 2nd place. Lapham has got the 3rd. Maitland is in 4th. Oh, and Lapham's turning around in a circle upon the top corner, completely round in a circle there is Kevin Lapham. We have red lights on. Red lights are on. Driver and passenger trapped up in that top corner. Good to see Kevin Lapham and his passenger okay. That race is awarded after 3 laps. Awarded after 3 laps. The front points are as follows. Clint Blondell in red, 2 points. Neville Penfold in blue, 3 points. Steve Maitland in white, 1 point. Obviously Kevin Lapham in yellow is excluded as the primary cause of the stoppage. But good to see him and his passenger are okay. The last of the qualifying heats, and what a heat this should prove to be then, with Rob Wilson in red, unbeaten Mick Cave in blue. They're on 2-minute time allowance for race 19. Mick Stace in white, unbeaten Mark Cossar in yellow and black. So Mick Stace, apart from leading the track, has won his other 2. Mick Cave unbeaten, Mark Cossar's unbeaten, and Rob Wilson's been in the thick of the action all the evening, so he should be in for a cracking race number 19, the last of the qualifying heats. Mark Cossar hand in the air, problems there, so we've got drama in the last of the qualifying heats. Mark Cossar's got his hand in the air, is obviously a major problem there, so that is drama before. They are already on the 2-minute time allowance, so this is drama indeed in race number 19, the last qualifying heat. Mark has won his 3 races in the 3 quickest times of the evening so far, but he's desperately looking to get back something sorted out, and the time is rapidly slipping away. Here he comes back up onto the track. Obviously it's something he feels he can do himself. The filter problem, I'm told, is a filter problem. So that's sorted. The screwdriver's thrown away, so that's okay. So Mark needs to get started again, so a little bit of drama before race number 19. So it's dramatic race number 19. Rob Wilson on gate 1. Mick Cave on gate 2. Mick States gate 3. Mark Cossar on gate number 4. Something's got to give in this race number 19. Starter moves away. Up for a takes away they go. Mick Cave made a good start. Mick States is there. Mark Cossar's third away. Gets on into Rob Wilson to go through the second place. The brilliant move up on that pitch corner. This Cave leads with Mick States gets back inside Mark Cossar to retake the second place. There three of us coming up that top corner. There's Mick Cave leads with the Mark Cossar in second place. Mick States in third. Rob Wilson in fourth place. And Mick Cave leads going up the back straight once again. Mark Cossar winds it on right round the outside of that top corner, trying to get a Cave on this top corner once again. Cave has a bike advantage over Mark Cossar, covers the inside line. Cossar's got to go for the outside, round the outside of that pitch corner. It's Cave on the inside, Cossar right round the outside, coming through. The gap on Cave. Cave moves one now, Cossar alongside him now as they go in the top corner on lap number 3. Mick Cave on the inside, Mark Cossar coming right round the outside, and Cossar's got round Cave with a brilliant ride upon that top corner. Cave comes again, back up the inside of the pitch corner. Cossar again, back round the outside, retakes the lead, going into that top corner for the follow time. It's Cossar leads and Cave's coming again, back up the inside line, but Mark Cossar gets the winning ride. Second place is Mick Cave, third is Mick States, fourth place Rob Wilson. Absolutely brilliant action, high speed sidecar speedway at its very, very best, and a brilliant ride there by Mark Cossar, because Mick Cave was giving absolutely nothing away there. He seemed to cover every move that Mark was trying to put through, but going into that top corner lap number 3, Mark with tremendous speed coming up that back straight went round the edge of Mick Cave. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant action in race number 19. Superb win for Mark Cossar in brilliant style. Super action there in race number 19, racing of the highest calibre. And the points as follows: Rob Wilson in red, no points. Mick Cave in blue, 2 points. Mick States in white, 1 point. Mark Cossar in yellow, 3 points. And coming through from last place, still a quick time, 63.25. 63.25. Jack Penfold, 1 point. Neville Penfold, 6 points. Mick Stace, 7 points. Kevin Lapham, 3 points. Mick Cave, 11 points. Philip Wynne, 4 points. Will Penfold, 9 points. Rob Wilson, 5 points. Steve Maitland, 7 points. Paul Whitelam, 7 points. So Paul has already dropped 4 points before we have the semi-finals and the finals. Simon Heal, 3 points. Will Offen, 10 points. Joe Mogg, no points. Mark Cossar, unbeaten, 12 points. And Clint Blondell, 3 points.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, while we've got a bit of quiet on the track, I have got a Sidecar Speedway legend. I'm sure you won't mind me introducing him as that. Russell Mitchell. Now, those of you that don't know Russell, about 25 years ago, 30 years ago, I guess, Russell pretty much turned Sidecar Speedway on its head. He designed a frame, a chassis that Sidecar Speedway riders could use in Australia, and it really took off from there, Russell.
Pretty much, yeah. In the old days, the only bike you could buy is someone else's mistake. So the fun part of the speedway side was to try and build something bigger, better, faster. And being a merchant seaman, I had plenty of time on my hands and thought it out. And then I'd come back and put things into practice. And eventually we built a bike that was a second a lap faster than anything else. So we're pretty happy with that now. So it was 24 years of Australian titles we dominated. There's only been one copy that won a title, so that sort of covered it. It was pretty much, you had to have an original Mitch to make the final. And yeah, so we came over, a few years back and brought a few bikes over, and I mean, guys, look at the talent that's coming out here on the bikes. The riders and sidecars, the depth of talent is awesome. We just got to get them on a proper bike.
I know that this is something that Russell has talked about an awful lot over the years. He does firmly believe that it's not just being Australian that makes you good at riding a sidecar. He knows that we've got some really talented riders out in the pits there, but he's done everything he can to develop machinery. I know that you've also been out into the United States and pushed your machinery out there as well. But still riding yourself, Russell?
Yeah, well, I keep interest. I've got a bit of a hip problem from, playing motorbikes too long. But yeah, I've been trying to develop fuel injection, which is a real, harder to work out than a bloody woman. So we've been doing that. We've sort of cracked it. We've learned a lot. So no, that's pretty good, but it's a really fine art with the chassis. Everyone thinks that I've been told by a few guys, I've got a really good bike, and I look at it and I say, well, you only have to look at Mark Cossar, and he's on half throttle out there. You could run a standard engine in a good chassis and go as quick as the rest of them.
Well, thank you very much, Russell. It's really interesting to hear a pioneer like yourself talking about Sidecar Speedway. Hopefully you've enjoyed tonight here at Somerset Speedway. It's great to see you in the UK after you having such an impact on the sport. So thanks again.
Yeah, cheers. And I reckon everyone should give the riders and passengers a bloody hand, a good clap of the hands, because they're riding so well, such good depth. Cheers.
Thank you, Russell. Yeah, some fantastic racing here at Somerset, but it's just about to get a whole lot better with the repechage in the final.
Will Penfold is in red, Andy Cossar in blue, Mick Cave is in white, and Paul Whitelam is in yellow and black. Now, Paul is the series leader by 1 point in the moment. He'll be bitterly disappointed he hasn't gone straight through to that big A final, but he'll be desperately striving to get into the final if he can by winning this B final. It's the winner only that goes through to the big A final. Will Penfold went extremely well. Andy Cossar's been the surprise package this evening, gone extremely well. Mick Cave will be cursing leaving the track. He was unbeaten in his opening two, then left the track, went comfortably in front in his third ride, and that's the reason he's in this B final. So Will Penfold red, Andy Cossar blue, Mick Cave in white, Paul Whitelam in yellow and black. This is the semi-final. It's no points for this, it's a result that counts. The winner and winner only straight through to the big final. Penfold, Cossar, Stace and Whitelam. Away they go, Stace making a good start. Will Penfold's got away. Andy Cossar left the track and goes in the middle of the track then. As they go to the back straight the first time, it's Will Penfold leads Mick Cave. Oh, they've locked up, three of them lock up together. Oh my word, that is the first major problem we've had. Mick Cave seemed to be in front, he slowed right up, and the other two outfits just simply ploughed into him there. There just simply wasn't enough room on the track. I think some of the eyes were on Andy Cossar, who left it at the start, but Mick Cave, who's been the surprise package, seemed to slow right up, and the other two crews of Will Penfold and Paul Whitelam just left with simply nowhere to go. Everybody looks to be okay. Fair bit of damage to Mick Cave's machine, but driver and passenger look to be okay. That's a great shame, because we had some brilliant racing, incident-free all evening, and that is the last thing we wanted. Will Penfold, Ricky Page just pushing the bike back towards the pits there, and good to see that Mick Cave and passenger being checked over there by the ambulance personnel. So we await the referee's decision. Right, the situation, the referee's decision over the semi-final is Mick Cave is excluded as the primary cause of the stoppage, and Andy Cossar in blue was not under power when the race was stopped, so he will be excluded from the rerun as well. So that's a great shame, because it was building up to be a tremendous race there. All three of them absolutely flat out over on that far side of the track. So the rerun will just be two outfits, Will Penfold and Paul Whitelam. So with the winner only going through to the big final. I can give you those finalists while we have this little bit of a delay. In the grand final, Mark Cossar rides in red. I think Gareth's got somebody to talk. Have you got somebody to talk to over there, Gareth? Do you think he's got Mick or his passenger? If he's got his mic with him, we'll give you to Gareth to see what's happening over on that far side. Now, it doesn't look if he's got his mic with him. He's just checking to see what was happening. Okay. Okay. Right, we'll continue then with the finalists then. It's Mark Cossar riding in red. Mick Cave is in blue. Will Offen will be in white. And the winner of this semi-final goes into yellow. There are no points on this semi-final, but the points for the final are 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, first of all, everyone is okay. Everyone looks fine. You can see that everyone's up and about. They're pretty tough, this lot. So, really good to see them all walk away. I think the two leading outfits just hooked up on the back straight there, and it turned Mick Cave sideways. Thankfully, there doesn't look like too much damage on any of the bikes, but even more thankfully, none of the riders are hurt.
Just a few crews then for this semi-final. With Will Penfold on the inside, Paul Whitelam on the outside. So they have plenty of room on the first corner. Paul will be desperate to get into that A final as the series leader after the first round. So they settle again. Away they go, Will Penfold, Paul Whitelam, just taking everything, and Penfold's got the corner first. Whitelam looking for line 2 on the inside, but Penfold got a bike late as they go to the back straight for the first time. Then Penfold leads from Whitelam in second place. Paul's going to go right round the outside of that top corner. He's lost ground with that movement. Penfold is pulling away the front end. Penfold leads then for Whitelam. He tries the inside of the pit turn to Will Penfold. Seems to have every move covered that Paul Whitelam's making at the moment. And Will Penfold slowly but surely is getting away the front end. Whitelam tries the inside on the exit for that top turn. They fall by 6 once again. Will Penfold is Paul Whitelam trying everything he knows to try and get up to Will Penfold going up that back straight and into the top turn on lap number 3. There's a lap and a bit to go for Paul Whitelam, but Will Penfold seems totally in control of the situation. Whitelam in second place, and Paul Whitelam is not going to get to Will Penfold from that position. They move at the back straight on lap number 4. It's Will Penfold and Mick Cave are going to pick up the last place in the big final. Will Penfold, Mick Cave win it. Paul Whitelam, Alan Elliot in second place. So the result of race 20, the semi-final is a win in red for Will Penfold, Mick Cave. Second in blue, Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliot. 63.81, 63.81. So your final lineup now is Mark Cossar and Gareth Williams in red. Mick Cave is in blue, Will Offen in white, Will Penfold in yellow. And just to reiterate, the points are 4, 3, 2, 1 for the final.
The world is on your shoulders, and all of the madness has got you going crazy. It's time to get out, step out into the street, where all of the action is right there at your feet. Well, I know a place where we can dance all night away, underneath the electric stars. Just come with me and we can shake the blues right away. You
So they're quietly making their way into line then for this grand final. So Mark Cossar, Gareth Williams come into gate number 1. Mick Cave, Bradley Steer on gate number 2. Will often Steve Highbridge on 3. And Will Penfold, Ricky Pay on gate number 4 for this final. Interesting, no Rob Wilkes in the final, no Paul Whitelam in the final. Any change of personnel to get into this final here this evening. So Cossar, Cave, Oppen and Penfold. Penfold's got problems at the start, red lights are on. Will Penfold had his head in the air, I think, just before the green light came on, so the referee put the red lights on immediately, and Will Penfold and Ricky Pay with problems before the start of this final. All 4 back in the restart, all 4. Two-minute time allowance, 2-minute time allowance. For those of you who don't know, the gentleman coming out there, that's Mark's dad Andy. He's been in the thick of the action all the afternoon, or the evening, should I say, and ridden extremely well. He's just giving Mark a little bit of advice there. Come on the track, the Penfold people are coming out to get their machinery sorted out to get him into this final. So 90 seconds left of the 2-minute time allowance, so they all assemble then for the restart of the grand final. Whatever happens in this final, there'll certainly be a change at the top of the leaderboard after round 2, because Paul Whitelam had a slender 1-point lead going into this round, so there's going to be a change at the top of the leaderboard. So Will Oppen settles in gate 3. Will Penfold comes into 4. Mick Cave is in 2. Mark Cossar on beat at the moment is on gate number 1. Can he go through the card? Starter moves away. Mark Cossar's got over it. Somebody's got to give him. Cossar gets on the inside tape. There's a chasing in second place. Will Offen's come for a stop. So Will Penfold goes through into third place. Will Offen gets going again. But Mark Cossar got the drop of the start. That could be crucial. Mick Cave trying to find a way on the inside. With Cossar leads. Mick Cave in second. Penfold in third. Offen is in third place. Going ahead the back straight. 40 for all time. And Mark Cossar's really winding it on the front of Mick Cave. Has no answer at the moment. Cossar's up on the verge. Getting the drive coming off the corner. Mick Cave went wide and Will Penfold almost got put on the inside of the Penfold drive there to Mick Cave. This is the main action, the second and third places. But Cossar's already got it completely sewn up at the front. They go into that top corner. Will Penfold having a tremendous go at Mick Cave for that second place mission. As Cossar leads him on the third end. With Cave in second, Penfold in third. Offen's dropping back in third place. He'll move at the back straight 40 for all time. It's going to be a brilliant on-beat display by Mark Cossar coming out of that final corner. Mark Cossar's on-beaten all the evening, comprehensively wins the final. Mick Cave in second, Will Penfold in third, Will Oppen in fourth place. appreciation. The four lads in the final, cracking final again, culminating in a brilliant night's racing here this evening. Mick Cave and Bradley Steer show your appreciation there. Mark Cossar and Gareth Williams, unbeaten performance. Will Penfold, Ricky Bay and Will Oppen and Steve Highbridge. Congratulate all the finalists. They're going to go round again on another lap of honour. So again, show your appreciation. Thanks very much for turning out. Gareth will be doing the presentations in the next few moments.
And hopefully you can stay behind and show your appreciation for some fantastic action that's taken place here at the Oakley Arena tonight. This evening is Russell Mitchell, obviously Sidecar Speedway legend, Australian champion. So, Russell Mitchell, excellent night's racing.
Absolutely fantastic. How's the depth for your riders? I mean, really, really impressive. I was up the bar having a beer because I'm on holiday, and everyone's just raving about how good the show is. It's just, yeah. I might have to fly back a bit more often, eh?
Well, that'll be really good to see. Perhaps with your bike next time, Russell.
I think I need to bring about 5 for the boys.
He's going to keep pulling at that thread, isn't he? Okay, so let's get on with our awards for this evening. In third place, an excellent performance this evening. He won the B final, Will Penfold and Ricky Cave. So Will, that B final, fantastic ride. Obviously, not quite the same in the A, but must be pleased with how tonight's gone.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. We went through, we got lucky the other week with Isle of Wight and yeah, we managed to, I think, drop 2 points from what we did then. Just straight to the A last night. Yeah, that's to be a bit of an incident in that, and yeah, it's alright, feeling really good, happy with the bike. Yeah, it's beautiful to ride now, and yeah, love it.
Excellent. Okay, third place, Will Penfold and Ricky Cave. They didn't have the children on board. And in second place tonight, went very well in the heat, Mick Cave and Bradley Steer. Well, Mick, really good night's racing. Obviously, nearly had the better of Mark in one of the heats, but he was gone in that final.
Yeah, he got the jump on that, got in front of me on that first corner. That was it. I thought I ain't going to catch him. I tried for 2 laps and I thought, no. That's 25 years younger, mate. That much difference.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot we can do about that, I suppose. But Mick, obviously, really good night here at Somerset for you, but for the sport in general.
Yeah, no, it's a really good evening, and it's nice to come here now. It's always a good bit of racing. And plus the crowd tonight now, it's really took the points up with Paul walking away with it at the Isle of Wight. Me and Mark not finished in there, and Will now win third, me in second, Mark first, so I don't know what he's done to the points, but it must be all pretty close.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the current leader not even making the final, so it's close. So let's give Mick Cave and Bradley Steer a round of applause for second. So our winners this evening, they really were no match. Nobody got near them all evening, really. Mark Cossar and Gareth Williams. So Mark, I might just catch you before you get on the podium because I'm only little. So Mark, great night for you. Obviously had a few hiccups with the bike, but tonight you must be delighted.
Yeah, it's been a really good night. But it took lead up to this with the problems with the train breaking the engine. And I've been working away all week, so I haven't been able to do anything, so I wouldn't have been here today to work with Dad doing the bike and Gareth jumping on the back, so yeah, big go for that.
And obviously it's a 4-round championship, so championship points very important. You must be really pleased with maintaining the maximum.
yeah, this is what we come here to do, so perfect. Excellent. Okay, give it up for Mark Cossar and Gareth Williams, tonight's winners! Well, it just remains for me to say thank you very much to everybody for joining us for this second round of our British Sidecar Speedway Championship. I'm sure you'll all agree that this sport just seems to go from strength to strength in this country at the moment. Russell has said this evening, the depth of riders that we've got at the moment is like nothing we've had before, and it just seems to be getting better and better and better. The next round, the third round, will take place up in Leicester on Friday the 19th of July. It'll be brilliant if you could all join us there in Leicester. There will be some fantastic action just like you've seen tonight. Please have a safe journey home, and thank you for joining us.